Good morning, everybody. Hey, it is John Lone King, and if you are a Dream for All waitlist holder of a waitlist spot, this is the day that you have been waiting for. I am astounded, honestly, that this day has come. Every single person that is on the waiting list as of yesterday, they are getting a voucher today. Yes, you heard that correctly. Check your email, check the CalHFA website, check the voucher portal. You, my friend, got a voucher today. That is huge news. It was just announced yesterday. I'm going to go through all of it with you right now and explain to you exactly what's going on. But if you are on the wait list, you have probably given up. We are talking about almost a year and a half ago that you probably originally got pre-approved, and you've given up on the fact that you were ever going to get a voucher, and your spot just came up. You got a voucher today. So let me explain to you exactly what's happening. And I'm going to go through, first of all, how we got to where we are right now. So let's dive in first. If you heard recently, I said that CalHFA was given another $300 million last month on June 30th. The state budget was passed and there was $300 million in there. And so basically what's happened, and you can see here, CalHFA estimates that we're going to have about 2,300 people who are going to use the voucher with the money that was issued last year. Okay, so this is the money that has been issued as of when? As of June of last year. First comment, good morning, Billy Cruz. Good to see you, my friend. Great talking with you and your daughter yesterday. All right, guys, so post if you have comments. I'll jump in and answer those questions. The first thing I want to say very quickly is I am doing an in-depth I'll be on here for at least 90 minutes tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So if you're watching this live or you're watching it anytime ahead of that, tomorrow morning, Saturday the 23rd at 10 a.m., I'm going to be doing a live stream that is a webinar. So register. The link is scrolling across the bottom right here, and it's in the description. Register for that webinar tomorrow if you have a voucher, because I'm going to walk you through exactly what to do. I'm going to answer all of your questions. Today I'm high level. Tomorrow I'm going to dive in super specifically and help you understand what you need to do. So here's what happened. CalHFA got $200 million. Matter of fact, I think it says it back here. We got phase one. We got $300 million in March of 2023. That money was gone in 11 days. Phase two, we got an extra $220 million in phase two, but there was some money left over from phase one, plus repayments of money and interest. And so we actually had $266 million in phase two. And here we've got Abby saying, yes, they have been issued. I know, I am super excited. I'm getting more calls this morning than I've gotten in a while, simply because the vouchers have hit. And I'm shocked. I'm excited. Let me explain what happened, how we got here, and what this is going to mean for some people who are listening saying, wait, John, I'm not on the list yet. What does that mean for me? So let's explain all of this very quickly. Remember, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., in depth, I'll answer all your questions about how to use your voucher, what mistakes I've seen people make in using their voucher the wrong way, how not even being able to use their voucher, and running out of time. And so there's a lot of things I'm going to go over. We're covering that tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. You're all Pacific time because you're all buying in California. All right. So we had the second round had $266 million. They made the changes to have a voucher system, first generation eligibility requirements, geographic set-asides, and specific loan parameters. Income was tighter, shared appreciation amount, you capped at 150 grand. This is all the stuff they implemented last year. They're continuing to use the money from phase two right now, and up until today doesn't count. Everybody who got a voucher before today was part of phase two's money. Okay, so phase two's money, they're basically saying, is about 88% utilized. And they've given more vouchers than they think they have money for because they know that not everybody is going to use the money. And so now what's happening is we have another 2,500 people remaining on the wait list. And we got $300 million that was just allocated. So remember, the first group of money that we got 2 years ago was $300 million. It was gone in 11 days, but it was first come, first served. You can use as much money as you wanted. Now, last year, we only got $266 million, and we're still using that money now. We now have another $300 million that has been given to CalHFA for next year's money. But here's what CalHFA decided to do. Yesterday, the CalHFA Board of Directors met, and they agreed to take next year's money, a portion of next year's money, and give that to the people that have vouchers, that have waitlisted, that are on the wait list as of today. So everybody today that was issued a voucher got a voucher in next year's money. Now, what that means for the people who ultimately want to go into next year's pot of gold, there's going to be less money left over. Okay. Mathematically, right now, CalHFA is statistically seeing more than half the vouchers they're issuing today are going unused. The reason is simple, because there are people that got pre-approved over a year ago that no longer qualify. They already purchased a home. I got 3 emails overnight from people saying, hey, or this morning, I got a voucher and I'm out of the country for the next 3 months. How can I use it? Somebody else, hey, I got a voucher and my income, I think it's too high. How can we make it work? Those are all things that I can help you with. They're all things we're going to go into in depth tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. But the reality is that a lot of people aren't going to use their money. You've got a lot of vouchers that were issued for people that ultimately won't use their money. So they are issuing 2,500 vouchers as of today. Now, I want you to give some perspective to this. As of a couple weeks ago, early August of 2025, 2,000 people have used their vouchers for the 2024 money. There's 500 more vouchers that are active. So they think there's going to be about 2,300 total vouchers used. 2,000 have been used. 500 are out there shopping right now, and they think 300 of those 500 will get used, and that will use up all of last year's money. But they're now giving out 2,500 vouchers today. So instead of having 500 people that are out shopping, we have 3,000 people in the state of California that are about to go shopping for a home using the California Dream for All. But here's the truth. CalHFA thinks over half of these 2,500, half of you that got vouchers today, you're not going to use it. Statistically, your credit has fallen. You haven't paid attention. You spent any money. You bought a car because you gave up on buying a home. You signed a lease on a rental property that you're stuck in. You moved in with your sister in Kansas. You got a job transfer to Florida. Like, there's 100 reasons why half of you aren't going to use the money, because it's been over a year since you were trying to use the money. And some of you, your credit has fallen. Some of you, you've lost a job. Some of you, you've gotten a pay raise and it's caused you to make too much money and you're not going to be able to use your voucher. But CalHFA has said we want to give all of the remaining waitlisters, you've been waiting for over a year, and they want to give all of you the opportunity to buy a home using this absolutely amazing program. But what that really means is if we think 2,300 to 2,500 total people will be able to use the $300 million that's issued for this coming year, well, half of that money is going to go to you that are on the wait list right now. So that means that the people who are going, now there's going to be a new lottery. That new lottery, we don't know when that's going to happen, but what they're saying here is, hey, that $300 million that is coming out, we expect that to be about 2,500 awards. We're going to issue the awards to everyone remaining on the wait list. That happened today because those borrowers on the wait list have been waiting for an award since June of 2024. Fallout for recently issued awards is very high, around 55%. Assuming this level of fallout, it's anticipated that borrowers remaining on the wait list will utilize about $158 million of the $300 million. That's more than half of the money. The remaining $127 million will be used to issue awards for new borrowers through another pre-registration and random selection process. Awards will be issued to borrowers from each region, just like what we have currently, based on the total funding by region and wait list. They said robust wait lists. Okie dokie, I'll cover that in just a second. Robust wait lists are going to be created because they don't want to be in the position that they're in right now. But here's the precedent. The precedent is that if they issue this money and they create a robust wait list and money comes out next year, then they're likely to take anybody on the wait list from this year and give them the money next year. So there's a lot of unique things that are happening right now. Now, Okie dokie said, do we get an extension over 6 months now? Not over 6 months. So CalHFA isn't going to change their rules. They haven't said anything, but I have no expectation that they're going to change their rules. You get a voucher for 90 days, starting from the day it was issued. You then, if you, within the last 30 days, so in other words, 60 days from the day it's issued, you now have 30 days left. At that moment, you can go into the portal and request an extension. When you click the button to request an extension, you get the extension for 90 days from the end. So you don't have to wait until the 90th day to click the button. You can click it on the 60th day, and it adds 90 days to the end. So you have a total of 180 days. That's it. So if you got a voucher 4 months ago and you only have 60 days left, you're part of the 2024 money, and you are not going to get any more extensions. You've already gotten the one extension that you're going to get. So hopefully that answers your question on that piece. Again, so CalHFA is going to do a new round of lottery. I don't know the date. My best guess is the soonest is going to be November, December, could be February, March of next year. And then they're going to have the same process where they're going to validate and make sure that everybody who is issued a voucher on the wait list is in fact a first generation home buyer. Now they're talking, and they talked yesterday on the board meeting about some changes that they're making. So I want to point out a couple of things. First of all, they talk about here, awardees have up to 6 months. So the plan is 6 months. They're going to continue doing 6 months. They anticipate moving through the wait list more efficiently going forward, and they're going to improve the awarding process. So essentially what they're doing is they're going to make it easier for people to reject their voucher. They're going to kind of push you to accept your voucher on the next issuance so that they can more quickly see who's using it and who's not. Because that's part of the reason why this took so long to work through this money. Because they give a voucher and crickets. Somebody wouldn't respond. Well, if somebody didn't respond, they don't know if they should hold that voucher for that person or release it to somebody else. Now, the waitlisters that just got a voucher today, they're part of the old process in which they're going to be calling you. You're going to get a bunch of phone calls from CalHFA because they're going to be aggressively trying to figure out who's going to use their voucher and who isn't. They want to kick you off and get you to click the button to release your voucher as soon as you possibly can. Okay, they want to know, and they might, honestly, I think there's a good shot they're going to wait 6 months from now before they, well, they might do the lottery first. But if I think about this logically, what are we at? September. So 6 months from now is going to be February, the end of February. So March. So I highly doubt they're going to issue any more vouchers until after March 1st of 2026. Why? Because then they'll know exactly how much money is left over from the 2024 money. Because right now, they're digging into both 2024 money that is out there, and they just issued vouchers to everybody today using the 2025 money, and they'll know 6 months from now how much of that is left over. The truth is, every one of you who just got a voucher today, if you chose to use your voucher in the next 6 months, there's no money left for anybody else in a next round of Dream for All. There won't be a next round of Dream for All. Now, they're going to have a really good feel for it by 3 months from now, and how many people are renewing their voucher, how many people are aggressively out shopping. So I think the lottery is probably going to put in submissions early next year with a selection process of no earlier than March 1st, because my guess is they're going to want to wait until they know exactly how many people have used the vouchers out of the 2025 money that they issued to the waitlisters today. All right, so guys, I'm going to simplify this and wrap it up. I am super, super excited to say anybody who was on the wait list, you got a voucher, you have 6 months to use that voucher, and you need to plan appropriately. I am doing a webinar tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. That webinar is going to go over everything that you need to know about how to use the voucher, pitfalls that I've run into with people. I'm pushing 40 of these just in the last year. I'm very, very familiar with it. I understand exactly how the loan program works. And hopefully you've been listening to me and watching me for the last year plus. Now is your opportunity. And I have been interviewing all along to be your guide. I want to guide you through this process. I hope that I've earned the opportunity to ask you to work with me. My team and I are experts on this program. We know the ins and the outs. We know where we can bend and where we cannot. And we know how to successfully get you to closing. So I am interviewing to be your lender. You can click this QR code up above to start the loan application process. If you just got a voucher and you're willing to let me help you, that is the best place to start. In the description down below, you have a few links. You have a link to the application process. You have a link to schedule an appointment with me. So you can click right on there and schedule an appointment with me. And then you have a link for tomorrow's live webinar. Depending upon how much feedback I get, I'll probably do webinars next week as well. because I need to get the word out there about these. But for those of you who are following me already, you've got the information now. I want to get you out right away. We'll talk about the realtor process and selecting a realtor, how your realtor is paid. There's a lot of confusion out there, how to best use the Dream for All money. And I'm going to give you a link to a web portal that I've created that will allow you to show exactly how your money can be used, how much you can qualify for, how to utilize it for Dream for All. I'm going to give you all the tools that you need tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Make sure you join me there. I'm going to wrap up right now. If you have any questions, feel free to post right now in comments. I'll answer them live. If it's not live, I'll answer the comments afterwards. I just really appreciate it. If you are someone who is waiting to submit for next year's voucher, meaning you want to get on the voucher list for next year, reach out to me as well, because we will make sure to get you on our list to give you information about how to do it. You can actually go to CaliforniaDreamForAll.info. That is my website. And right on there is a spot where you can put in your contact information and register to receive information about when the next when the portal is going to be opened and getting you pre-approved so that you are ready for that. So guys, I am super excited. This is the largest number of vouchers ever issued at one time. It is super, super exciting. It's a unique market right now with home prices and with it being more of a buyer's market. So I couldn't ask for a better opportunity for buyers to utilize this program. And you're going to have a great opportunity to find a great home. So thank you for trusting me. Does not look like I have any other questions. So until tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, we will see you all there. Register with the link down below or the banner that is scanning right here beneath me. You can see right there. And it's going to give you the link, CaliforniaDreamForAll.info/webinar, and register for tomorrow's webinar, 10 o'clock in the morning. If you're watching this after Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning, you can click the same link and see the replay, and you'll probably be able to see new webinars that are going to be coming up as well. I do have one question. I am pre-approved for around 625. Are we still eligible for 750? That's a great question. So the 625, was that what you were pre-approved for a year ago, or has somebody told you today how much you're pre-approved for? Feel free to answer the question in comments, but I'm gonna give you the answer to both, which is if you're pre-approved today for that amount, then that's the highest that you can go if you're pre-approved with the expectation of using Dream for All money. So if you were pre-approved a week ago with an FHA loan at 3.5% down for 625, then you can go quite a bit higher now because your payment on that FHA loan at 625 is going to be a lot lower on Dream for All for the same $625,000 home. The thing that most people don't understand is you're not pre-approved for a purchase price. You're pre-approved for a monthly payment. We take your income. So here's her answer, which is she was pre-approved over a year ago. But I'll explain. I'll finish this and then I'll go into the part that you're saying. So you're pre-approved based on a monthly payment. We take your total income. And depending upon your credit, if you're over 700, we can spend half of it. If you're under 700, we can spend 45% of it. That gives us a number of the most you can spend per month. Then I have to subtract what your other bills are, your credit card payments, your car payments, your student loans. That gives me a number of the highest mortgage payment we would let you spend. That's what you're pre-approved for. Well, here's the deal. A year ago, you were pre-approved based on interest rates a year ago. You were pre-approved based on your credit score a year ago. You were pre-approved based on your income from a year ago, because in her situation, in your situation, that pre-approval was a year old. You are not locked into that dollar amount. CalHFA did not specifically say, hey, your voucher was issued based on 625. That's all you get to spend. That is not the case. The truth is you have full access to the full $150,000. You could buy a $750,000 home. You could buy $1 million home if your income allows you to qualify today. But here's the kicker. If your income's too high for today's income limits, then you can't use the money. But good news, the income limits went up. They went up in June. So about 60 days ago, we had an increase in the income limits in almost every county. So if you were right up against the limit and now you have an pay increase, well, hopefully the increase in the income limits has jumped above what your current pay raise was and that you still qualify. But those are the things that we need to figure out. And that's what I'm going to help work on with you going forward. So you do not have to use the lender you were originally pre-approved with. I believe in loyalty. I believe in trust. I believe in working with someone that takes great care of you. For a lot of you, the lender that pre-approved you a year and a half ago, that's the last time you heard from them. They know very little about the program. They don't understand it. They haven't educated you like I have over the last year and a half. So no, I'm not telling you to leave the great lender that has been taking great care of you. But for a lot of you, the lender has not been taking great care of you. And I am for sure interviewing to be your lender, and you do not have to stick with them. Your voucher says, give this voucher to the lender that pre-approved you or any other CalHFA approved lender of your choice. Okay. I am a CalHFA approved lender. I'm actually one of CalHFA's preferred loan officers because I do a lot of these loans. They have a small list of loan officers that they put on their website as preferred loan officers across the state. I am one of them. I know this program very, very well. And hopefully you feel that I'm knowledgeable and have guided you over the last year and a half in how this program works. And I'm here to help make it a successful endeavor to get you across the finish line. Gang, I think that's all I've got for questions. I'm going to let you go. We're going to go in depth on all of this tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Register for the webinar below, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. Thank you for your trust, and I'm looking forward, my team and I, to taking great care of you through this process. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.